Hi everyone, welcome to your spiritual guidance pick a card reading. We have 4 groups and it's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 4. This pick a card reading, like I said, is going to be based on any kind of spiritual guidance you are needing right now. These are your messages from your guides and your angels. So just take a moment to take a deep breath and really ground and center yourself and focus on the stone that you feel most attracted to. The first stone we have is Amethyst, and hopefully my camera is picking up on it. This is what it looks like. Okay, that's Amethyst. The next we have is Citrine. Okay, and the next we have is, I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, Lapis Lazuli. Lapis Lazuli. And it's just really beautiful. It has a lot of golden specks in it. Again, I hope my camera is picking it up. Okay, that's that card, that stone. And the last one we have is a rose quartz. All right, so I'll just give you a moment to choose, and I'll leave timestamps down below, and we'll just get started. Hello, welcome group Amethyst, group number 1. I thought I would read you a little bit about Amethyst. It is a stone that is helpful in opening the third eye. It is considered to be the February birthstone. So you might be an Aquarius or Capricorn. And it is a gemstone that helps in meditating and enhancing the meditative state of mind, directly impacting the crown chakra. So I have 2 different sources telling me it's good for the crown chakra and third eye chakra. So this gemstone can aid you in higher knowledge, values, and ideals, and helps in focusing for long periods of time. There, of course, is so much more information about amethyst. It's personally my favorite stone, but yeah, I just thought that might be helpful. Your energy that your spirit guides and angels are wanting you to really focus on and delve into is this cosmic flower energy. And this is a card from my sacred geometry card deck, and I will read. The cosmic flower activates our remembrance of the place we call home, the core from which we pour our magnificence out into the world. And also with numerology, we also have the number 9, which is all about completions, endings, and new beginnings. And just by looking at this card, it will help activate this energy of cosmic flower and allowing you to feel a sense of homecoming, and so you can pour your magnificence out into the world. Okay, that is just absolutely beautiful. I started to shuffle and you got Nellis the Alchemist. And so again, this is about remembering the magic that you have inside of yourself. And we also have the number 9. So there must be a really big ending or new beginning happening. And you can see that Nellis is very focused. Just like we learned about Amethyst, it really helps in focusing and meditating and envisioning, third eye, what we really want and allowing that to be all our focus. Okay, the next card we have is Elise of the Shadows. And we have the number 44 at the top, which is the master maker number, I believe, doubled. And so this is all about co-creating with the universe, freeing yourself, believing in the impossible, believing in miracles, and knowing that you are breaking free from any kind of bondage or pain or limitations or addictions or any kind of quote unquote devil energy, and any kind of toxic energy that is bringing you down. You are certainly on the path to freeing yourself from that energy. Let's see what else the fairies have to say. I want to get a few more cards for you. Oh, we have Iris of the Rainbows, which is a promise of a brighter tomorrow and a new beginning. And this is the promise of a wonderful, wonderful future. She is also holding the staff of Taurus. And so this is something that can offer you a lot of stability and groundedness and centeredness. And in the other hand, a rainbow is coming out of it. And to me, this is kind of a balance between your emotions and your mind, your heart and your mind. And she's also balancing a bubble on the back of this little froggy. And there's just so much love. Love might be in the air. There might be some kind of love offer that wants to offer you propose to you a lot more stability and security and everything like that. And so how can you have more balance perhaps between your mind, your emotions, and your actions? Oh, and numerology, we have 5s, which are all about going with the flow, changes, letting what be, letting changes come to you with grace, flow. And oh my gosh, we have the Singer of Healing, and there we have the number 10. So this is the brand new future, a brand new reality, and up-leveling in some way. With 9s, it's the ending, it's the completion, and 10 is the upgrade. And so it's going to be really important for you to allow yourself to go through this healing process. There might be another person that might be helping you to heal, or that this new completion is healing, and you are meant to feel healed and complete and loved and everything like that. So I really feel that this new beginning with Iris of the Rainbows, this promise that the storm won't last forever, it won't. And when it's over, it will be very healing, and it will be permanent. It will be a permanent sense of healing, up-leveling, promotion, upgrades. Wow, that is so beautiful. And so I really feel that you just need to stay true to your vision. Know that you are magical. Know that you are the magician. Know that you have everything you need to create what you want, to break free, and to really move into this brand new beginning. And it's just going to be so healing for you, whether and this all has to do with pouring your magnificence into the world and being able to be in a place that feels soft and safe and secure and stable. And all of these upgrades are going to be healing. So, an improvement in your finances, that will be healing. An improvement in all areas of your life, it's all going to be healing, and it's all going to offer you a sense of more stability and security. So now I'm going to work with another deck and see what other messages your angels and spirits have for you. Wow, you got transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing. And you got priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Wow. So there obviously is huge transformation that is happening. You are being called to higher and higher levels of healing and beingness, and that is just improving your quality of life. So huge improvements. Your life is going to be unrecognizable, I'm hearing. And whatever pain, because Lisa the Shadows is painful. It's a painful card. And transformations can be painful as well. It's all temporary. And soon it's just going to feel softer and more loving and wonderful. And there might be a need. Your life is being upgraded, which is requiring you to upgrade yourself in ways. So I'm getting two messages here. So one might be more of a physical way of stepping up and leading. So dressing the part, looking the part, upgrading your wardrobe, upgrading your home, your house, your car, things like that. The quality of the work, things like that. Or there is I'm getting more of a spiritual message here. So finding ways to be more grounded, to meditate, to learning how to respond rather than react. And yeah, I'm just kind of being drawn to her mouth here. So sometimes silence can be more powerful and more effective than words here. So just remember that you are the goddess, you are a god, you are a king, you are a queen. And just remember to act, speak, and be in alignment with that. And remember to wear your crown. Yes. Okay, so I'm just going to get an affirmation for you now. Oh, wow, you got 3. Okay. The vibrations of my being influence the universe. Wow. Let's read the back. Everything vibrates and is communicating, reacting, responding, and integrating with other vibrating things. Once you begin to offer your vibrations on purpose, yes, Nellis the Alchemist, on purpose, now you are in absolute control of your experience. Yes. And that control, being the priestess, being the king or queen, which all comes from this power, knowing your magic. The next one, desire is the beginning of all creation. Yes. In allowing your desire to come to you, not only gain the satisfaction of having received it, you also gain a whole new perspective from which you desire more. So, this is basically saying that once you know what you want, all you have to do is just release resistance to it. You don't have to go after it. Allow it to come to you. Allow it to unfold in its new way, in its own way. And I feel the need to say that desire is not bad. It's not evil. That's not usually terminology I use. And desire is natural. And desire should feel like, I think I want to eat an apple right now. Like, that's desire. It shouldn't feel painful. And if it feels painful, then that just means that you have resistance to work on, to let go of, and come to a place of more alignment with that desire so that it feels more natural and more like, oh, of course. And know that you will always have desires. You will always want more. And you can't heal yourself out of a desire. And so it's all about releasing the resistance to that and allowing it all to come to you. Okay, and then the last one. Through the corridor of my joy is the pathway to my desire. Yes. Most say, when I get that, I will be joyful. But you must be joyful first. You must start with the determination that I will not settle for less than feeling good. So basically, this is saying that if you just follow your joy, everything will line up. If you follow your joy, everything that you want will have no choice but to manifest. So with all of these combined, desire is the beginning of all creation, knowing what you want, releasing resistance to it. Then vibrations of my being influence the universe. Knowing that your energy, your emotions, your thoughts are powerful. Knowing that you are the king or queen, knowing that you are the magician to create reality as you desire. And that everything is collaborating with you. You are not alone. And as you begin to purposely focus, you will be able to mold reality to your liking. And lastly, joy is the key. Following your joy, doing what you love, and everything that you want will just begin to unfold. Just follow those subtle impulses. And don't wait to be joyful to get what you want. Just start being joyful now, and what you want will come to you. So those are your messages. I hope that this was of much value. I love you so much. Be kind to yourself. Take care, and know that you are never alone. Bye. Hello and welcome, group Citrine. Group number 2. I would like to share a little bit about the stone citrine. It is a very happy stone. It brings a lot of happiness and can also aid in clearing negative or destructive energies. And it is also a success abundance stone. So it can aid you in bringing you a lot of success and money, and giving you a lot of breakthroughs. And yeah, so that's citrine. Good job in picking that. Now, your energetic advice that your angels are wanting you to focus on at this time is magic, believing in magic. And this will actually, with the number 4, this will actually bring you a lot of stability and a lot of improvements in your physical life, in your physical 3D reality. So with your finances, with your home, with your family, with any kind of relationships. And just by looking at these cards, I will get to dynamic as well. But just by looking at these cards, it will help activate these energies for you. This is from my Sacred Geometry card deck. So just by looking at it, it's going to help you activate this energy. Now I will read. The frequency of magic supports our intrinsic ability to grow and expand beyond this moment, to move toward possibilities and expressions that are as grand and profound as we can imagine. All that is required is our belief in their manifestation. Yes, Tinkerbell energy, for sure. Next, we have dynamic, and we have the number 5, so flowing with changes with ease and grace. The frequency of dynamic supports our ability to harmonize between layers and aspects of different origin and frequency. It helps us to put together a reality that is made up of many different elements, both familiar and completely new, with ease, grace, and great joy. So this is all about, creating the structure and the foundation of your life. That's kind of how I see this card, that this triangle is like the foundation where your whole life grows and transforms. And so it's all about creating the reality that feels good to you. And citrine, I don't know if I mentioned, is the sacral chakra, is for the sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is all about going with the flow of your desires, creating a life that feels good. It's about pleasure and fun and joy and happiness. Okay, so this is, calling you to align with basically your dreams, aligning with different components and putting them all together to create the reality that feels good to you. Okay, so next, let's see what the fairies have to say about all of this. Awesome. You got the Spirit Dancer and Solace. So this is all about being free, living to the beat of your own drum. And with Solace, this is about awakening, enlightenment, coming into your power, having clear vision, maybe even having a spiritual practice of some kind. And with the Spirit Dancer, being totally transparent, being authentic, being the real you, and creating the life that you want to live, and reaching out towards that. For some of you, you might have felt like your dreams were always just beyond your grasp, but this is about going for it, going for the gold. And with numerology, we have 9, so there might be some kind of ending or completion or new beginning of some kind, where you might be leaving a job, or you have left a job, or your unemployment checks are coming to an end, and it's time to spread your wings and fly onto another adventure. It might be that, it could be so many things, moving, ending a relationship, starting a new relationship, and just a lot of newness. Like, there needs to be a lot of new, fun things. This is a time to just have fun and to really figure out what it is that you really like to do and what fills you up inside with magic, what lights you up, and where you feel very magical and very happy, and that brings you a lot of light and joy and power and success and enlightenment. And Solus is also, the divine masculine, I feel. So it's about putting all of this into action, having that forward moving energy. And I think that, the magic card, it talks about expanding beyond this moment to moving toward possibilities. So, either you have a divine masculine person in your life, or this is the energy that you need to really create the life that you want to live, combining the two together to create. In order to create, you need both the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and we all have that within us. So yeah, this is awesome. Let's see what else the fairies have to say. Yes, you got the Singer of Courage. The singers are also known as angels, so you have the Angel of Courage on your side. This is having the courage to just go after what you want. So that's amazing. What else? All right. This is incredible. So this is a lot of creative energy, a lot of potential, a lot of possibilities. With the Green Woman, this is just unbounded creativity and freedom and liberation. And how her hands are shaped like a house, and she has kind of like this dog looking kind of creature below her. It's about protecting and, well, one, it's about creating that solid foundation, like we were talking about with dynamic, creating that solid foundation for your reality, so that you can have this foundation where you can create and you can grow. Because if you don't have a healthy solid foundation, then nothing can really flourish and nothing can really blossom like it can. And I also feel like this is talking about, protecting what you really value, holding true to your values and what you really love, and deciding what you want to be loyal to, and being your best friend, and just being completely wild and allowing yourself to follow those natural impulses that you had when you were a child. There is no proper way to live. You just did what felt correct to you, what felt good to you. there was no shoulds or have tos. And you know, she's a little bit feisty. She doesn't care what other people think. And so yeah, that might be all kind of energies that you're needing to get back to incorporate into your being. And the Raw card is just untapped potential, untapped possibilities. This is like holding a beach ball underwater and then it just shooting back up into the air. This is a rocket that's about to take off. So whatever ideas, whatever you feel guided to do, go for it, because there is just so much potential here, so much room for growth and success and joy and happiness and spiritual growth and spiritual fulfillment. So that's amazing. Let's see what advice your guides and angels have for you. Okay, you got break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. So there is some kind of pain pattern here that you are in the process of breaking. Or it could just be a pattern. It doesn't have to be a physical or relational pattern, but you know, we can inherit ancestral trauma and things like that just in our bodies. And so you might be doing some kind of healing during this time, and that's what's going to open up so much freedom and liberation for you. And the other card that you got is you're already doing it. Stop overthinking, keep facing your true north. Yes, you're already doing it. That's amazing. Just keep going at it and believing, and you will get there. Next and lastly, I am going to pull some affirmation cards for you. Oh my goodness, these are amazing. You got, there is an abundance of everything. Shortage is only a perception. Yes. Let's read the back. You keep thinking there is a shortage of abundance, but shortage is only a perception. There is a never-ending stream of abundance. There is no shortage whatsoever. Yes. Just there are so many ways to heal your relationship with money or success or abundance. And listening to sleep affirmations, watching videos of people who have what you have, watching videos of beautiful homes that you want to live in. You know, constantly continue to prove to yourself that there is no shortage of abundance. You can just go into nature and just see. I mean, depending on where you are, I currently live in a desert, so there isn't a whole lot of grass, but there is an abundance of many other things. And but you can go into nature and see an abundance of trees and plants and flowers and grass and birds and animals. And, you know, there's never a shortage. And nature is a really great teacher of that. Next, you have to allow well-being, I must be in joy. In the same way, you cannot set your radio tuner to 98.6 and receive the songs playing on 101 FM, you must set your own vibrational tuner to one of well-being. Feelings of love, joy, passion, exhilaration, fun, interest are indicators of your vibrational match to well-being. So as you continue to flow in the direction of well-being, to flow in the direction of what gives you joy or relief or satisfaction or love, the more abundance will flow to you, the more everything that you want will flow to you. Lastly, I am learning that all problems resolve themselves. Yes. When you have a problem, a desire exudes forth from you, and Source hears it and answers it immediately. Once you remove your attention from the problem, you then allow the solution. Give birth to the question and let it go and allow the answer to flow. Sometimes we think that we have to figure out the how. We feel that we have to figure it out, we have to make it work, but really our job isn't to figure out the how. Our job is to just figure out what we want and why we want it and align with that and release resistance to the best of our abilities to what we want. And everything will fall into place. All problems will resolve themselves. So those are your messages. I love you so much. Please be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Know that you are never alone, and take care. Bye. Hello, welcome, group Lapis Lazuli. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I just wanted to talk about this stone a little bit, and it is helpful with opening up the throat chakra. So that might be another sign for you to speak your truth and be authentic and share what you have to say. Lapis Lazuli also is good for enlightenment and opening up the third eye, as well as stimulating the pineal gland. This stone can also help with relieving anger or negative thoughts, as well as easing frustrations causing the anger. This is a stone for protection that can be worn to guard against psychic attacks and can quickly release stress, bringing deep peace. It brings harmony and deep inner self-knowledge, encourages self-awareness, allows self-expression, and reveals inner truth, providing qualities of honesty, compassion, and morality. It stimulates objectivity, clarity, and encourages creativity. Okay, so let's see what your angels and guides have for you. Okay, so this is very interesting. You have the root chakra here. It's the first chakra in the chakra system. And this card is from my Sacred Geometry card deck. So just by looking at this card, it will help activate and open up your root chakra more. I'll read. The frequency of the root chakra stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well as the physical world. The root chakra is all about meeting your basic physical needs of safety and security. So this is feeling safe, not just physically, but emotionally, and being able to make enough money to pay your bills, have a roof over your head, buy the groceries that you need. It's just all your basic needs being met. And this can also be about sexual healing as well, releasing negative core imprints that were projected onto us as children. So this can be a very intense chakra to heal because it holds so much perhaps suppressed trauma. Could be. I don't want it to sound too negative, but when this comes up, it often can be really intense. Otherwise, this is just about increased levels of security and safety, stability, physically and emotionally within yourself and in relationships and in the world at large. So when we're going to see what the fairies have to say, we have Titan the Sylph. So this is, moving at the speed of light and air. It can be very, very quick, fast, ping pong kind of communication happening. And it can represent really quick changes in mind, back and forth. Or it can just be a big turnaround in an outcome or in a direction. So, like one moment you're struggling to pay the bills, and then another moment you receive some kind of check or money of some kind, and things are becoming very easy. So quick turnarounds, I would say, in a very positive way. And perhaps this can just be like your mind moving really quickly, having a lot of ideas and needing to think quick on your feet, that sort of thing. We also have for numerology 9. So we have 1 and 9, which do come to 10. So this can represent new beginnings, upgrades, promotions, a new level of being. It can even depict going from 3D, living in 3D to 5D, being more spiritual, and also having completions and new beginnings and endings. So let's see what else the fairies have to say. Okay, you got Penelope the Dreamweaver. And again, we have 10. So there is some kind of big promotion, up-leveling, upgrade that is happening in your life, a whole new way of living, and you're ascending to a higher ground. And you're not really based in 3D reality right now. You're dreaming. You're holding the light, you're seeding the light in some way and going within, or it's going to be important for you to go within at this time and to maybe even allow your dreams to speak to you. Oftentimes, I love to sing and dance, and when I don't sing and dance for long periods of time, I often will get dreams telling me to get back to that, to dream, to sing and dance again. So you might be having some really profound dreams. And if not, it's going to be just important for you to pay less attention to what's happening in this 3D world right now and pay more focus to what you want to create in your dreams and your vision. We have Iris of the Rainbows. This is the promise of a brighter future. It might be stormy right now, but this is the promise that it will get better, that the storm will end, and that you're going to have a lot more security and stability And you're going to find a balance between your heart and your mind. And as I say that, she's balancing this bubble on her back. So it's a very delicate balance and something that requires being in tune with the subtleties. Okay. You also have ecstasis here. And I didn't say the numerology for this one. We have 5. So being able to go with the flow, going with the flow of changes with ease and grace, okay? And we have ecstasis, which is about following your joy, following your soul song, aligning with what makes you happy, connecting all the dots. This can also talk about networking and expanding your web and extending your wings so you can begin to fly. And there is going to be some kind of activation with your crown chakra, I feel. I'm just being drawn to that right now, where you need to open up your communication with God and the universe to receive these ideas. And we have 2, which is all about balance, duality. And it can also be partnership, a partnership that is bringing you a lot of joy and ecstasy, okay? And I wanted to just get one more. Ooh, okay, I want to get one more. Okay, you got 3 cards. There is some kind of unexpected arrival that's going to give you quite a bit of a shock. And it seems like this unexpected arrival is going to be very healing to your emotions, spirituality, to your heart, and is going to cleanse you and purify you. And this unexpected arrival might change your plans, your big plan for life as well. But I feel that that's going to be actually a very positive thing. It's going to maybe not change, but intensify. It's either going to change or just simply intensify your dreams and either speed them up or make them even bigger and better than they were before. Very interesting. An unexpected arrival. That's going to be very, very healing for you. Okay, let's see about some kind of advice that your spirit guides and angels have for you. Align your life. What is no longer in alignment with who you truly are? This is so important. Yes. I feel like this and the gotcha card, this unexpected arrival, is going to help you align your life in a way, in such an easy way, in such a wonderful way, where maybe beforehand it felt like all the pieces weren't matching up right until this expected arrival came in, and you just have this greater sense of peace and understanding, and it all makes sense now, and it's just bringing you so much joy and a new beginning, and is healing and is helping you dream again. So this is very beautiful. Let's see what else. Oh, 3. Wow. Okay, this is a very intense time for you. The crumbling. What are you clinging to? And you can see that You know, right here it's a bit stormy, but beyond it, it's a beautiful meadow with clear skies, and you know, it's just wonderful. So maybe you just need to have a little bit of faith that things are going to work out. For some of you, I feel that you need to believe and trust and have faith in God or the universe, and know that it has your best interests, that the world isn't out to get you. That's big. And that beyond this stormy weather is a rainbow, is a beautiful meadow, is clear, happier skies. Okay? And you have break the chain, ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. And the root chakra has a lot to do with ancestral trauma, inherited trauma, has a lot of deep emotions that oftentimes need to be healed. So what kind of unhealthy, toxic, dysfunctional patterns are you needing to let go of? And you can rewrite the future. By healing the past, you rewrite the future. I am a firm believer that you can change and heal the past. Okay, now I am going to get you some affirmations. Okay, you got, it is the contrast that puts the eternalness in eternity. Let's read the back. Your own valuable personal new desire is always born from contrast. That new desire is then heard and answered by source energy, thus the glorious expansion of the universe. So this is a card that might rub some of you the wrong way. I know that it can be very, very painful. You know, contrast is usually painful. But it is what makes us eternal. It is the reason for this expanding, ever-expanding universe. And, you know, once you launch a desire, your inner being automatically aligns with it. And all you need to do is just catch up with that and release your resistance to what you want. And knowing that you are an eternal being experiencing this physical reality, you are powerful. You are this dreamer, you know. Your imagination is your greatest tool. Okay. Next. I feel like some of these are going to be a little bit annoying, but I hope that they can be helpful. Okay. I look for positive aspects. I look for positive aspects in every experience. Within every particle of the universe is that which is wanted and lack of it. By looking for the positive aspects of whatever you are giving your attention to, you maintain your connection to well-being. So, some of these cards can be a little bit rose-colored glasses kind of thing, because, you know, it's important to not be in denial of certain things, and to not suppress your emotions or use positivity or spirituality to escape what you need to confront. But you know, of course, seeing the positiveness, seeing how this is actually, there's a positive reason for this happening. You know, there's always a reason. And I believe that there's always a beneficial reason. And so if you can see the love in it, if you can see the goodness in it, I think it kind of helps take away the pain or the intensity of this energy that you might be going through, and can help you align with what you really want. There is nothing for me to guard against. Ooh. You exist in a place of absolute well-being. Tell yourself that again and again. Know it, be the evidence of it, to give others reason to believe that all can be well. So I feel like all these cards are trying to say to you that even though this might be a very intense time for you currently, remember that you are an eternal spiritual being, that you are powerful, you are magical, you are unlimited, you are God incarnate. And if you can look for the positive aspects, you know, you have a roof over your head, you have running water, you have food in your pantry, that kind of thing. And just taking a time to be grateful for what you do have, because that's just going to bring you more things to be grateful and appreciative about, and you're going to end up having more and more things, more and more positive aspects in your life, the more that you acknowledge the positive aspects in your life. Of course, not running away from the pain or suppressing or denying any of that, but also taking a moment to appreciate a wonderful sunset or a wonderful meal or what have you, and know that absolute well-being is always there for you, always surrounding you, and that you are so loved. Okay, those are your messages. I hope that this was helpful. I love you so much. Take good care of yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind to yourself. Know that you are never alone. Take care. Bye. Hello and welcome, group Rose Quartz. I would like to tell you a little bit about this stone. It is a very feminine, divine feminine energy. It's a crystal of the heart chakra and can help with giving and receiving unconditional love. It holds an energy of compassion, peace, tenderness, and healing, nourishment, and comfort. It can help in dissolving any kind of emotional wounds, fears, and resentments. This is a wonderful stone to help reawaken the heart chakra and can help with following your own heart and truly giving and receiving love. So that's your stone. The energies that your guides and angels are wanting you to focus on and work on is earth energy. We also have the number 6 up at the top, representing love and affection and grace and, you know, everything love. So that is wonderful. And these cards come from my Sacred Geometry card deck. So just by looking at this, it's going to help activate the energy of Earth, grounding and centering yourself. I will read. The frequency of Earth activates our deep connection to this physical plane by showing us the beauty of all the aspects of our Great Mother and revealing the more ethereal, spiritual aspects of our nature. So you might be needing to ground and earth yourself, being barefoot in the earth, meditating, doing yoga, taking a walk in nature, those types of things, sitting in stillness. Your next card that you have is Coherence. And we have the number 4, which is about grounding and the physical plane and feeling a lot more secure and stable and safe. The frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart with the frequency of the mind for an optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. So coherence is all about balancing and blending and integrating your thoughts and your emotions. So that is also very, very beautiful, because when we follow our mind too much, our heart too much, that can lead to an imbalance and not feeling grounded in the earth plane. So this makes total sense. And I'm actually just seeing this as a giant eye. So it's like you are awakening and seeing things in a different way to help you have more peace and stability and stillness in your life. So that's really beautiful. The next card, you got the most amount of cards in any group, so you should feel really special. The next one you have is Miracle. Oh my God. And we have 33, so this can be read in 2 different ways. 3s are all about catalysts. So 2 things together to create a new thing. And the fact that it's double is that you are co-creating with the universe at large. New ideas are coming together, and you're having a profound effect on not just a few, but many, many. And the other way that this can be read is, of course, 6, which again is about love and affection and nurturing and comfort. The frequency of miracle supports our belief in ourselves as part of Source, and therefore our belief that anything is possible. Yes, yes. So this is all making sense with the rose quartz, because you're learning to balance your heart and your mind to feel more secure and stable and grounded and centered. And through that kind of power, you're learning to mold your mind and your emotions to create miracles. That's beautiful. Your last card with this card deck is Belief. This makes perfect sense. Belief. And we have an 11. So this, you might be having a lot more synchronicities, manifestations, coincidences. There's really no such thing as a coincidence, but you know what I mean. And we have 2, so balance and harmony. So that's beautiful. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to Source. Yes. So in order to create miracles, you have to believe. You must believe in them. And this reminds me of, I'm not sure if this is the right terminology, but a throwing star. I think it's Japanese throwing star. And so if you have any kind of limiting beliefs that are holding you back, because it says it supports our sense of self-worth. So if you have any self-worth issues, it basically, you have to poke holes in the evidence of any kind of self-worth issues or beliefs that you currently have. So I'm just imagining you throwing these stars at these beliefs and poking holes in that, so that you can begin to believe in that miracles are possible as you're balancing your heart and mind and feeling more centered and grounded and more secure. Because the more secure that we feel on the inside, then that's just going to reflect on the outside. So let's see what the fairies have to say. What other messages are in store for you? Above all, you must always believe in yourself. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't be, do, or have something. It doesn't matter if it's the Queen of England or the Dalai Lama, or it doesn't matter who it is. Don't ever let anybody tell you that you can't do something. Oh, that gnome. Okay, so it's going to be really important for you to go with the flow, go with the changes, and to be playful and to follow those impulses that you feel. And this also is a card that can come up when we have been stagnant, when we've been maybe a little bit stubborn, and that gnome will kind of throw a bit of chaos your way to kind of light a fire under you and get you to move in the direction of your heart's desire. And so it might be a little bit crazy energetically, but it's actually all a really positive thing to help you get moving again. And really being spontaneous, it's going to be important for you to just follow your guidance system, even if it doesn't make sense, and to be a little bit playful and maybe even mischievous. And just go with the changes. Just roll with them. All right, let's see what else. Okay, He of the Fiery Sword. So the fact that it's coming out next to that gnome, this is, and I didn't point out that we have an 8 here. So again, this is a manifestation number, things lining up, going with the flow again, having that balance, that duality. Yeah, really important. Okay, so back to this. He of the Fiery Sword. Like I was saying, the fact that this card is coming out next to that gnome, it's going to be really important for you to take the action steps that are needed to go in the direction of your heart's desire, and to really believe and to have that spiritual will, and to do things in a honorable way, to do things that are in alignment with your integrity and your values and what feels good to you. Because with He of the Fiery Sword, anything is possible. And I always see this as like a speeding bullet towards a target. So this is bullseye. This is hitting the bullseye, accomplishing your goals, everything being the perfect timing, and the light of a new dawn, experiencing a whole new world and kind of racing towards that. I'm also now seeing this as a planet and this as a spaceship. So you're just torpedoing through the galaxy towards this new planet, to this new world, to this new reality where anything is possible. And there is a lot more peace there. So it's going to be really important for you to start. Maybe you forgot or stopped believing in miracles, but it's going to be really important for you to remember to believe in magic again, to believe in miracles again. All right, we have the Master Maker. This is your Olympic coach. So it's really showing that you have been having problems, challenges with your mind and not believing in yourself. And this is the Olympic coach saying, you can do it. Go, go, go. Practice, practice, practice. Be very diligent with the thoughts that you're thinking. Start catching yourself in the early subtle stages of thoughts that do not serve you, that are limiting, that are holding you back. And he carries this staff that I like to say, if you have like any kind of negative core imprint of any kind of self-worth issues, he's wanting to imprint just worthiness, deservingness. You are a king, you are a queen, you are a god, you are a goddess, you can do anything. He is also kind of like a divine father in that way, because he totally believes in you, totally supports you, and he's just like, what are you thinking right now? Is that going to serve you? And he's just this Olympic coach. And with 22, it is the Master Maker number. So this means that you are co-creating with the universe at large. There is a lot of energy here, a lot of magnetism, a lot of momentum to create what you want. And it's all possible if you just believe in yourself. And now you have this other. Let the Master Maker be that person. If you don't feel like you have a person that really believes in you, this Master Maker, he absolutely does. He's behind you 1,000%, pushing you, encouraging you, cheering you on. All right, we have Indy. So do I choose my heart? Do I choose my mind? Or do I put the two of them together and integrate them and somehow find a way to get my heart and mind both on the same page? There's some kind of indecision that you are facing, some kind of back and forth, some kind of wishy-washy energy that you are going through right now. And that's where this Master Maker is coming in and encouraging you and being the wind beneath your wings, your strength. And we have the number 9. So this is signifying some kind of ending, a new beginning, or completion. So this is kind of like the end of a cycle of this second guessing yourself, of just feeling so uncertain and unsure and everything like that. And there is just all of this energy that's pushing you, encouraging you to to integrate both your heart and mind and get them to be on the same page and start believing in yourself again. Okay. We have the Gotcha card and Solace. So I feel that you are a little bit afraid to fully believe in your power, or to let yourself have hope, or to believe, because if it doesn't come true, of course that will be very hurtful and painful. I think that's what this is all about. So have you felt like you've gotten your hopes up one too many times, or didn't feel like the universe had your back? Something to that degree. The fact that the Gotcha card is coming out next to Solace, because Solace is absolutely the divine father, the divine masculine. He represents enlightenment, awakening, power, self-confidence, unlimited potential. Anything is possible. And so maybe, there's this quote that says something like we're afraid of our own power. I don't agree with it, but I do think that we can have had one too many experiences of getting our hopes up and being afraid to have hope again because of just the letdown. And so now is the time to have just fierce, relentless belief in whatever it is that you're wanting to accomplish, that you desire to have. Because if you truly feel it, if it's in your consciousness, it has no option but to manifest. And if there is any kind of indecision about, do I follow this path or do I follow that path? You always want to follow, you always want to go in the direction of love and what feels good and what feels right. And ideally you want to get both your mind and your heart on the same page. So if one part of you is pulling you one way and another part of you is pulling the other way, it just means that there's a part of you that's scared, that's trying to protect you, that has your best interest, and is usually just a scared child, and is probably like, oh, but if we go that way we might get hurt, so I want to go this way. So it's usually like, well, it doesn't really want to go that way, it just doesn't want to get hurt. So how can you bring those two on board? How can you meet all those parts of you, all their needs, things like that? Also, this can just be a surprise, so something really amazing happening. Clarity, awakening, power, things working out, the miracle actually manifesting, and it's just coming as a great shock to you after you made this decision, this final decision of, okay, I'm gonna relentlessly believe in this. And now you're just surprised that it actually worked. Oh my God, it freaking worked. All right, so now I'm gonna see what other advice your guides and angels have for you. Yes. You got awakening. energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Oh yeah. You are totally up leveling, which is what I've been saying this whole time. It just confirms everything. And so you are letting go of old negative core imprints that might very well have to do with, just not believing, not thinking that you're worthy or that it's possible, all things, and really believing that you are worthy of it. And so, good job. I just want to congratulate you. And so, yeah, the upgrades are coming. New way of being, it's coming. Just a whole new way of life. It's all coming. Everything seems so much easier from a higher vantage point, right? Next, Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms. So I'm immediately getting that maybe for some of you, you feel like you have to figure out the how, you have to figure out how it's all going to come together and work. That is not your job. That is not your job, darling. All you have to figure out is what you want and why you want it, and just focus on that. Your job is not the how. And so there is, it's all going to come together. There's a need to have trust and faith that you have this whole spiritual team behind you, because they have the highest vantage point, and they can look, oh, they want this and they want this. I know exactly how that can come together in the most seamless, easy, fun way for them. And they are orchestrating it all. All you have to focus on is what you want and why you want it. Release resistance to what you want. Align with what you want. And don't worry about the how, because it's all coming. It's all coming together. And you might also want to start meditating so that you can be more in tune with the subtle realms and talk to your spirit guides and angels. But above all else, you don't have to worry about anything. You really don't. Your only work is to figure out what you want, why you want it, and release resistance to it. And bam, it's done. It's done. It's coming. That's all you have to know. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So yeah, you are totally freeing yourself. It might not have to do with contracts or past lives, but you are totally releasing a lot of things, a lot of energies, patterns that have not been serving you, and freeing yourself from the ties that bond you. Yes. Totally freeing yourself and flying into Never Never Land. So beautiful. Okay. Now I am just going to see what your spirit guides and angels want, which affirmations they want to give you to help you through this process that you can tell yourself on a daily basis until it becomes real. Sometimes we have to fake it until we make it and tell ourselves, I am rich, I am loved, I have these things, and really feel it and believe it until it becomes reality. Okay, wow, the universe really wants to spoil you. You got 4 sacred geometry cards, and you have 6 affirmation cards, okay? All right. The first one is well-being is my natural state of being, and feel free to write these down or record them in any way that you feel would be best for you. Maybe recording yourself saying these as you fall asleep. It can all be very helpful. So my well-being is my natural state of being. Well-being is my natural state of being. Reach for the feeling of well-being first, and everything else will fall into place. Be selfish enough to follow your bliss, and you will tap into the natural, pure, positive essence of you. I am a firm believer that we are pure love at our core. I choose to be here in this glorious physical body. To be this me has been my choice. You choose the opportunity to experience this delicious contrast. Not always so delicious, I know. And to co-create with other joy-seeking beings, and to fine-tune the process of deliberate thought. That's what the Master Maker has been talking about, deliberately creating what you want. What, where, when, and with whom you create are your choices too. I choose to be here in this glorious physical body. This is a glorious time for me to be on this earth. You are extensions of source energy here in these magnificent physical bodies. The amazing diversity of your time-space reality provides the perfect balance from which to create and attract. There has never been a better time to be upon your planet. This is a glorious time for me to be on this earth. The universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. Yes. The universal manager has the ability to bring everyone a vibrational match to what they are giving their attention to without depriving anyone else of what they are wanting. That's important. The universe is big enough to fulfill my every intent. 2 more. That my future isn't about my past. Life is only about now. Nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with now, unless in my now I continue to think and speak about it. Fresh new thoughts today will always give me a fresh new experience. I will do a video about this because this isn't, I don't completely agree with it, but it is true. If you can, if you're aware enough and to heal your past whenever it comes up, then it's true. Fresh new thoughts today will always give me a fresh new experience. That's absolutely true. Through the corridor of my joy is the pathway to my desire. Most say, when I get that, I will be joyful, but you must be joyful first. You must start with a determination that I will not settle for anything less than feeling good. Through the corridor of my joy is the pathway to my desire. All right. Those are your messages. I hope that this was of much value to you. Please consider liking if this was, hitting the thumbs up button, and subscribing and commenting and sharing. I thank you so much. I'm sending you so much of my love. Please continue to be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Know that you are never alone. Take care. Bye.